And Alan, I hope you're there. Okay. The one that says phone, is that unmuted, the phone?
Yeah, mine was muted.
Oh, I'm looking for Alan though. Oh, is that, are you there, Alan?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay. All right. Now let's see. Let's okay. Alan, add him as Alan. He's just a phone. Yeah. Hmm? Now we're live streaming. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let me go over here to the. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. We are here. I don't know where. It's been an interesting day for you and for me, Alan.
All right.
So what I did was I put Corinthians in the part where it says like describe the show. So whenever people look at this show, they'll see the description of what we're talking about, and you know, we thought about, you know, I said, okay, I know there's a history for Valentine's Day, but then I think about this stuff, and this was lost in the 60s, ladies and gentlemen, with the free love revolution, and so I think it was like, you know, guys, especially nerdy guys, were coming up with ways where they can get past women saying no, because I might get pregnant, and what will my family say? So these nerds who were scientists and all that kind of stuff had to come up with a way to get past that. So then they got the pill, and so, okay, hey, take the pill. Well, what if I forget the pill? And there's, okay, so what's the next thing? Okay, well, we've always had the condoms. Well, what if the condoms break? Then the pill. Go ask Alice. I don't know if you remember that song.
Oh, yes.
10 feet tall. Then guys said, okay, there's still this opposition. So there was always been these backroom abortions, but they said, what if we federalize killing the evidence? So the woman said, well, what if I get pregnant? I'll pay for you to kill the baby. So then we had, 62 million babies later, these nerds wanted to benefit just themselves, but it ended up benefiting a lot of irresponsible guys who just wanted to screw around. And what has happened now? Okay, people, this is a different history. I know you weren't expecting this history. So from 1964 up until 1989, when you went to burial sites, you saw husband, wife, you know, they died and they got buried together. From 90 on, you see mother, children, if you saw that kind of combination, mother, children. So they effectively, you know, and then, I was telling my wife about, in America, they had the burn your bra because you're free and you're just as good as men, or you're just as strong as men, and you can do it all yourself. Hear me roar, I am woman, right? And so that propaganda went. So now you had all these women saying, well, okay, I'll get pregnant, have some kids, and I'll raise the child myself. At this dirty, no good, low down guy won't do it, and I do it myself, and whatever. And then it became a lot of women saying crazy stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
regardless of whatever the Valentine guy was, we learned what we found it destroyed marriage, in which that's one of the manifestos. If you go on BLM, that's the 13 manifesto, is to destroy the family. And so now when you have in the vows, for better, for worse, people don't take that seriously as they did back then, because it's going to be some up and down times. It's going to be some for worse, for better, for worse. And please don't think I'm saying if you're
ups and downs.
Yeah, you don't think I'm saying if you're in a relationship, the guy's throwing you up against the wall on it, you should stay. No, I'm saying he should find out what's going on in his baby mind to make him think that that's acceptable. And if you're attracting people like that, you should find out what's going on in your head, that you are thinking that you're not worthy of something better, right? So we're talking about Valentine's Day on a spiritual level, rather than this what has been developed over the last maybe 50, 60 years, the superficial level, where I think there's a verse in there where it says like love isn't selfish, love doesn't remind you of wrongs. So when you read Corinthians 13, put a check mark, and it's difficult, because if loving everybody was easy, everybody would be doing it. But it is difficult. I want to play this first song because we're going to play some song, and I wrote it in the description that we do have copyright, because Facebook they silence some parts, because. So I put in there that we do have copyrights for these songs that we're playing, because it's on Innervision label.
Well, basically what we're doing here is not only wishing those that have relationships that are working out, happy for those folks, the institution of marriage still being strong, or at least, the relationship that they're in. So happy Valentine's Day, and also happy Singles Awareness Day.
Yes. And a lot of my cousins in Texas can relate to that, because I've been listening. He said, "Are your cousins single?" I said, "Well, I guess so. I mean, well, a lot of them are, not all of them, but it looks like there's a lot of, because I had one cousin taking herself out for Valentine's Day. Matter of fact, I think my daughter, she's doing this long distance relationship. So she says, I'm calling my boyfriend on Valentine's Day. And I said, well, maybe you should wait for him to call you. Since you're not only you're giving up the cow, but you're giving up the milk. It's and she hates it when I talk to her like that, but it's like, that's what she's doing. She's giving up the cow and the milk. It's like, there's no commitment there, it's just, hey. And so if he's out there doing some other things on Valentine's Day, it is what it is, So this is for you, your dads, for your daughters say, my dad's mean. I don't know. Sometimes we get old enough to live reality. But this song, Wayne Turner, is from this Love Notion album, and I guess he was in a relationship where the woman, in all some people, they say that stuff, and it pierces your heart. And sometimes guys are sensitive, but we're supposed to be strong, and it doesn't affect us, but it does affect us, and it can put a wedge in a relationship. And then when men say things to women, it can't put that wedge there, right? And then it's you put up a dividing line over your heart, because they know where to pierce your heart. So we're going to listen to a little bit of this song by Wayne Turner here on Innervision FM.
FM.com.
Mm.
Has it started yet?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute.
You're sitting
Wait
there
a minute.
listening to
Wait a minute.
yourself.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What I did, okay, Zoom closed down and then we reopened it, but I didn't have Ira set up the sound the second time. Okay. Let me call back Ira and have him set up the audio. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. These things happen. Okay.
While you're doing that, the 13th chapter of First Corinthians deals a lot with what the meaning of what Valentine's Day originally was apparently supposed to be all about. The creator of the universe, the original Valentine's Day maker, decided to make the love chapter. Love being patient, love being kind, love being all these things, being able to bear no record of wrong. That means no recording of what you've done in the past. Let's see what else we got here. La la la, I love doing this thing. Let's see here. Love is. What do you guys think? We got a couple of other guests here in the waiting room with us on Innervision FM while Johnny's getting all set up. We're joined by a couple of folks. What do you guys think about the Singles Awareness Day that has snuck up on all of us? Okay. Yeah, usually we have
Oh, just keep on talking now. We're getting this set up. Like, give some more of those verses, Alan, if you would, like in that section. Can you hear me?
all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Let's see where we're at here. Usually we have the stuff all set up here. Let me see if I can find the pertinent. Oh, we generally are more set here. All right, here we go. Here we go. Word, if I can find the proper verse and all that neat stuff. You are on innervisionfm.com. We have a bunch of other things that we also are doing. We promote grassroots musicians who happen to be disabled, as well as folks that are financially challenged and that kind of thing. The community is one of the most important things on planet. Without the community and without our brotherly and sisterly love type thing, it's going to be very difficult to get through, especially in this day and age. All right. So I finally found 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Starts out like this. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity or love in this case. Some translations take charity and they turn that into love. So that's why this is the love chapter. Hey, we got us some tunes. Here we go. I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understanding all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I can remove mountains and have not love, I am nothing.
Okay, I think I'm back here. Are you back? Yeah.
Far as I know.
Okay, so that song is "Pierce My Heart." So he says, okay. So he was saying like, okay, I walk in the door. You don't say hello to me. You just point out my imperfections. Now, if it doesn't fit you, ladies, if it doesn't fit you, guys, because some guys, there are these house husbands, which is kind of interesting. But you do you, and we'll do us, right? But if somebody walks in the door, you say, okay, what is your perfection? So that means they've been thinking all day, what's wrong with you? And as soon as you walk in the door, they're going to hit you with that.
They're going to let you have it.
Right.
That's what they call bearing of wrongs and this kind of thing. Charity suffereth long, or love suffereth long and is kind. It's envy. It doesn't envy. So basically, it doesn't want to try to keep up with the Jones. It doesn't lift itself up over other things or other people. See how great I am and see how horrible you are, and I'm going to hit you with that when you come home from work. It certainly doesn't behave itself. Oh, what would you call that? Where basically you want to make a scene and you just want to put yourself up there. It doesn't seek its own stuff. It doesn't easily get provoked, doesn't get angry quick. It doesn't think any sort of evil. It only looks towards the good things.
Yeah.
It doesn't rejoice in sin and in debauchery and partying and hanging out and doing all kinds of bad things, but rather it definitely rejoices in the in the truth, moral things.
And another thing, I was reading this biography of this guy named Trevor Noah. He's a comedian from South Africa. Yeah, and he was talking about, and he said that his mother was good with the books. So the father had this mechanic. Where he fixed his car. He was good at that, and he got jealous because she was fixing the books so they can start making a profit. Now, sometimes this ego makes people crazy. And so he got jealous because I said, hey, you guys are doing so much better with your finances. And so she just went back to her job as a secretary and let the business crash.
Wow.
Then I guess a few years later, she's bringing the children back to him, and he decides, I'm going to kill my wife in front of the kids.
Wow.
So he had bought a 9mm like a few years earlier, I guess, and then he just starts shooting her. First one bullet went through her butt, and then there's like another bullet went through her leg, and then as they were getting in the car, and go ahead and read the rest of the book, but it was a one part of the book where the 3-year-old, he was taking the 3-year-old to his friend's house or a relative's house, and the kid was saying, well, Daddy, why did you kill Mommy? And I'm thinking, like, guys, I mean, I know this happens all the time, but it wasn't even over jealousy. It was just because she had her stuff together. She wasn't always drinking all the time. She had a goal in life, and that wasn't just sitting around drinking and thinking, woe is me.
Wow. So that right there deals with verse 5 in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It doesn't behave itself unseemly, or basically it doesn't act like the fool. It doesn't see its own stuff. It doesn't easily get provoked to anger. Boy,
Yeah. And it was really weird.
It doesn't think of any evil, Johnny. Holy moly, man.
Now it was a kind of fun. She got him off of the marijuana because she said, "Oh, marijuana's evil," and then he switched over to alcohol, which that brought him to the level of being demon-like. Right? So it's like, I don't know. I know marijuana makes you lazy because I used to be with this lady that she would smoke marijuana, and it would. I don't know how it affects other people, but to me, it almost like it was taking away my motivation. So I had to tell her, you're gonna have to smoke that somewhere else because it's taking away my motivation. I know, I'm getting the second wind and it's affecting me. And I know it makes you, it chills you out, but I couldn't understand, like, I know some people, they say they need something.
Sometimes it's used as a medicine. Sometimes it's used as, it's interesting.
Anthony, he added a post. Do you see the post up there?
I don't.
Yeah. So you added a post, Anthony. So we're looking for your post. We're not sure about it. This technology, we're not as good with it as we could be, and we don't. And I saw that you just added a post, so we'll probably answer that in the next show. But sorry about that, Anthony, because we see a post that you did a post, but we can't see the post that you added. But anyway, and we'll get better at reading stuff like that in the subject line up there in the chat line. Zoom is kind of accessible, but not always accessible. And I have other blind friends that they're able to use it better than I. So it's just some stuff I have to work out. So anyway, so I look at this jealousy and this invoking anger, and I know women can say stuff and make you angry. Men can say stuff to make you angry. But then it's kind of funny. Somebody calls, and then they're not a part of the argument. You say, "Hello, how are you?" And and you change, you turn it off right there, right? When somebody calls, and it is so interesting how you can turn it off when someone else interjects themselves through a phone call, or somebody knocks the door. Amazon, and they say, "Oh, okay, hold on, we'll get back to this later." Then you go, say, "Oh, hi, let me sign. Let me sign. Oh, yeah, thank you." And then you, and so.
Well, that's what love is supposed to do. Is it's supposed to bear all things. Now, that doesn't mean just take it and be a doormat, but it certainly does mean that there are some certain things where you pick your battles and you kind of let things ride. It believes all things. So basically, it looks for the best in people. It hopes for everything. It hopes in all things. It endures in all things. Love is, man, it never fails.
Yeah.
Where there are, you got your prophecies and you got your things going on. The world's going to end. The sky's going to fall. All these things. You know what? Love's still going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's check out the second. This other one. Okay, love doesn't boast. Now sometimes ladies say, well, he did this, so I'm going to do this. So
Right.
I'm gonna act like a guy, and I'm gonna look around. And so this next song is by Wayne Turner. Is They Look Around.
Let's check out what's on
Yeah,
here
yeah.
in FM.
See, I know that's a lie. They look around, look around, look around, look around at me. I hate to tell you, they look around, look around, look around, look around at me. Just like you and me, brother. Mm-hmm. See, young.
All right. So that's a song about look around, and so it doesn't help to, well, he did this to me, so I'm going to do it back to him, and then you just go back and forth, and how does that work in politics? You see how these different political, well, they won the last time, so we're going to beat them this time. We're going to lie and cheat and whatever we have to do to get back in power. So it's like back and forth, and so I don't know. I know it's difficult. It's difficult, and I don't know. I don't have all the answers to this on how to. I guess when we get in a relationship, we get in them for like many reasons, and with the mixing of the scientists making it available to destroy your family and stuff like that. Or destroy children, and so life is not as precious as it used to be. We have to find a reset, but not a reset to fundamentally change the United States of America, but a reset to change how we deal with each other. And I know it's difficult, man. I will be the first one to tell you it's difficult. And happy Valentine's Day. Hit the thumbs up, follow us and all that kind of stuff. We thank you for doing that. And I want to play this other song, and then we'll get into the question. And you guys can answer this question as we play this next song. In high school or grade school, what was the girl or guy that broke your heart, and you still remember their name? You can leave it in the voicemail, the 720-324-7278. That's 720-324-7278. And this song is by Raven, and it's just remembering those times. So we're gonna play the song, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more, and then we're gonna close it out.
This love has God's final decree. smiles underneath the sweat of change, in the love sounds of time. Remember? Remember? Do you remember me? Remember. Remember me. Remember.
Oh my.
Singles Awareness Day from Innervision FM, folks.
Yes, it's been an unusual day. But anyway, so I know it's like it's not the history you guys thought it was going to be, but you know, I just want to bring like another side to it, and you know, get counseling when you need counseling, and you know, and I'm preaching to the choir, some to the choir, some not, and I don't understand the guys that can leave their family. Like, you know, like I knew this one lady, she was very angry because her father left their family and then created a whole new family. Then he became a Christian, then he came back for forgiveness. But I don't know, I'd hate to say it was too late, but she was very angry because he was, you know, like you have your favorite son, you know, she thought, you know, I'm the favorite daughter, and he, you know, and she was really close to him, and then he just cut him off like that. And he got a 20-year-old, and it went up from there. And I don't know if she ever did forgive the guy for leaving his first family. Then his mother, she had to jump out and then just find someone because they had a lifestyle that they wanted to, with the going to the yacht club or whatever, and swimming and hamburgers and hot dogs, and so the mother, she wanted that lifestyle, so she went out and she found someone else, and maybe that person wasn't the best for the kids, but she wanted that lifestyle, and she said, why should I lose this lifestyle just because you found a younger girl, right? So it does affect the kids, but try, guys, stay in the kids' life. They need you, and let them know that you may have had a problem with the mother or vice versa, the father, but you didn't have a problem with the children themselves. And make sure that they know that they weren't the cause of it. It was just something that happened between the two adults, right? And hey, that is it. Anyway, intense Valentine show.
Pretty intense.
Yeah.
We'll see you folks back here tomorrow. We got a lot more fun content in the future here. Thanks for joining us on Innervision FM. Hit that like, share, and subscribe us. And you're going to see future in the making in 2022. There's lots of cool bands on the way. We got a lot of cool interviews on deck. Stay tuned.
Yeah. All right. God bless, man.
God bless.
Okay. No, man.